What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing actually the final course here that I have as of the recording of this video on the subscriber requested course here, course list that is. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are playing Valley High Municipal Golf Course. This is in Colorado Springs, Colorado, courtesy of the subscriber by the name of AJ Beach 7046. So shout out to you, AJ. I believe this is probably right around like the 5th course maybe that you've requested. You've done at least I think 3 or 4 as of late, so I appreciate the comments you leave and the requests that you've been giving me. So we're going to give this a go. AJ said the reason why we're playing this, or he requested it, is he said if you need more courses to play, we have Valley High out here in Colorado Springs. I play about once a week with my buddies. Nice course. I'd love to see you. Nice course. I'd love to see how you do on the last 3 holes, and then you put in parentheses where my game falls apart. LOL. So we're gonna give it a go. Hopefully, I play well in these last 3 holes. Didn't do any research beforehand, so a little bit interested to see what these last 3 holes have entail. But second round out here today. Gonna call it quits after this. No 63 hole type of day today. Planning on coming out here tomorrow, but shirt's already completely soaked after 18 holes. Played decent in the first round. Got off to a little bit of a rocky start. Kind of leveled the ship and played well for a stretch of holes, and then made a couple bonehead mistakes. Just trying to do too much to finish off that round, but hopefully gave myself a little bit of time in between that last round and this one. Hopefully I kind of clear my mind of what I tried to do on that the last hole specifically, which was dumb, but hopefully just get back to decent, balanced, smooth swings and put together a halfway decent score here. We're playing the back tees, or the black tees rather, which I'm assuming are the black tees. So furthest back like always, or at least that's what I try to do. It's tough to tell sometimes with the slope and everything else, but black tees, I'm assuming the furthest back. Don't know what tees usually AJ plays here. Generally on course, I usually play usually the white tees most time I play, but considering back here I usually play a good amount better and score a decent amount lower than what I do on course. I figure might as well challenge myself and play the most challenging furthest back tees back here versus what I would usually do on course. But for the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, Callaway Superfast ball that's on its last leg. Been using these 2 balls for the last few rounds. These things are bound to crack here pretty soon. DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets, and home tee hero that you're seeing here within the Garmin golf app. So first hole, par 5. It's getting depressing seeing these yardages. That last, again, go check it out. That the last course I just played was Rum Point Seaside Golf Links. That should be the video right before this one. Had a pretty bonehead mistake on the final tee box, which brought my suggested distance here off the tee way down. Again, this doesn't really matter, but it's kind of a barometer of how I've been hitting my driver. I'd like to see that suggested number back up towards like 260, 270, which means on average, obviously that's what I'm hitting it, and that also means that I've hit a couple 280, 290, 300 to get that average way up. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a few yards back on, tacked onto the distance here, but we're gonna aim right about here. Seems like a pretty narrow, challenging first tee shot. Got trees both left and right, so we need a good one here to start it out. Not the best. High on the face, block out to the right, but well, I mentioned it the first time. Once I start getting past the first round, usually I come out and I relay all the information of what I've done the past couple days and kind of my thoughts before the round, etc. This morning, I had to wait a couple hours to come out. This morning we had pretty severe, pretty heavy thunderstorms come through. And as you guys can probably tell, everything's still wet. Usually, I mentioned it in the first round, we had a few no reads. For whatever reason, it seems like when there's moisture, either really humid, which it is, or it's like before there's been a time where I played out here when it was misting out, and also other times when it just rains. For whatever reason, when there's moisture on the ground or in the air, Garmin seems to not like it a lot and have a few more no reads and misreads than I usually would on like a clear sunny day. So we're gonna have to do that again. Usually you get the free mulligans, like I've said in almost every course. Sometimes it's a fortunate no read, you get a good mulligan if you hit a bad shot. Sometimes you hit a good shot and you have to do it again. That one wasn't horrendous, but usually it evens itself out by the end of 18 holes, assuming that this is an 18-hole course. So, take 2, opening tee shot. And luckily, hit that one a little bit better. That one should be pretty dead straight out to the middle. Started pretty straight, turned over a tad left, and decent start there. 281 on the rollout. I guess we'll take a look at that. Didn't swing super quick. 103, 147. I still feel like those are low, but it is what it is. Attack angle, kind of expected that. I don't know if that's exactly right either, considering how high I tee the ball up, but generally speaking, the past maybe 2 months or so, I've been favoring just moving the ball back just a tad instead of as far forward to my front foot as I used to. It seems to be a little more controllable that way. But it is what it is. I feel, like I said, I feel like those numbers are a tad low, just considering I have to go up towards, I've been at 5,200 feet on the altitude the past number of rounds. So considering I have to adjust it that much, something's reading a little bit low, but it is what it is. Decent tee shot. I'm able to at least, even if those numbers, the metrics aren't exactly right, I'm fairly confident and pretty comfortable of the total distances we're getting here. They're pretty spot on to what I see on course, so that's really all that matters. As long as I can hit the clubs that I would on course to those numbers, I'm a pretty happy camper. So long way in, we got 265 left to the hole, down 2, so 263. I guess we'll start it off here. We're gonna go 3-wood. 50-50 club, if you guys have heard me explain. When I hit it good, it goes about between 250 and 270, and then that's about 50% of the time. The other 50% I top it or shank it. Hopefully that's not this one, but really low on the face. It's definitely not going to be 250, but that's going to be a worm burner up the middle. Ooh, stopped real short into the rough. Not great there. Now we have tree trouble, but at least we advanced it. Alright. Don't love these trees. We're just going to kind of hit this and see what happens. Kind of a hit and hope situation. 84 yards, down 1 to 83, plus another 8. So, what is that, 91-ish? Going to go 48 degree as I throw the club out of my hand. Should be decent, should be right around 90, 100 yards, depending on what happens with those trees. Maybe a tad long. Yep. Should have taken just a little more off of that, but I think we scraped out a par. And we did, so got out of that tree trouble after that pretty bad 3-wood. Second hole, par 3. We've got 177 down 4, so 173 should be a good 8-iron number. Been struggling today of releasing the club. I've been kind of popping them and blocking them out to the right. Got to try to release the club a little bit more. Better swing there. Tad thin. That should be right at it, right in that 170-ish number range. Yep. 173, faded a little bit. Still didn't release it quite as much, but all in all, pretty good shot. Third hole, par 4. I think that was 2 pars in a row, so we're even through 2. Just gonna double check the camera. Grab some Gatorade. Alright. Hoping to be somewhere around even par by the end of this, but we'll have to see. AJ says the last 3 holes are pretty challenging and his game usually falls apart there, so not exactly looking forward to those, but if we can be somewhere around even going into those last 3 holes, I'd be pretty happy, but that all depends on the type of hole layouts and if we get ourselves into any trouble here, but gonna aim right there. Kind of a narrow fairway again. We're gonna get up and over these trees. Hit that one better. Still a little bit low launch, but that should be up the left side. At least it wasn't a block out to the right, and we should get some decent distance on that because we released the club and turned it over. 277, I'll take it. That should help the average tee shot distance. All right, see if we can capitalize on this. 94, so same shot basically again, going 48. Gotta just take a little bit off of it from what I did last time. Pretty much with this 48, I choked down to where my right thumb is basically on the end of the grip or slightly on the metal. That's usually right around 100 yards, so. Pulled that a little bit left. Should be in that ballpark though. Should still be on the green. It may strain out a little bit. Sit. Oh, I stand corrected. I think that's a +3. Oh, +2, we just got it. I'm doing a better job releasing the club. I'm getting a little more distance out of it because of that, as I've said. Usually, you leave it out to the right, leave the club face open, you hit a kind of a high spinny one, kill some distance out to the right, versus if you turn it over, you hit either a hook or a draw. Usually lowers the spin and you get more distance out of it. That was kind of the case on that wedge shot. Got a little bit too much on it, and turned it over just a little too much. But we're even through 3, so we've definitely been off to worse starts. 4th hole, par 4, pretty dead straight. We got water left, trees right, so we're gonna favor this right side of the fairway and hopefully have another decent strike here with the old Stealth 2 driver. Old new, I guess. This is actually brand new, 2023, but you get the point. OL as in old, not OLD. Pretty similar to the other one, not quite as quick, but still a little bit low. Should be pretty straight up the left side. Should be in that 260, 270 range. 266. Alright, feel a little bit better about where my driver is. This is what I was doing the past few rounds. I did this the other day too when my buddy came over for 9. I was hitting everything about 270 down the middle, similar to that one, so decent. And here we go again with the 48. So 92 up 1, 93. Gonna be pretty similar. That one should be closer to 95, but it's still left. Get down, sit, land soft. All right, 99 actually. But it was, what was it? The slope, not sure exactly, but another par, we'll take it. All right, 5th hole, par 3. We got water now. Should be all right though, we'll see. As long as I don't completely chunk it off this tee box, that water in front shouldn't come into play, and as long as I don't hook it 20 yards left, that water over there to the left should be clear. 189 down 4, so kind of an in-between number. Usually play my 7-iron to 190. I think I'm gonna go 7 because very unlikely I get my 8-iron to 185. So good smooth swing here with the 9. I'll take 190 all day long. That should still be on the back side of the green. A little bit heavy, started to the right. That may work into our favor though, distance-wise, as long as it catches the right side. Go. Yep. A little bit heavy, but we got it to work. Probably a good thing. If I really hit it good, sometimes I get close to 200 with that 7-iron, so all things considered, another par in the books. Moving right along here. Usually, tendency I have is I do a lot more talking on the first round, and then the second round I kind of said what I wanted to say in the first one, and the second round that I play is usually a little bit more expedited, a little bit faster pace, less talking is what I'm trying to say. But 6th hole, par 4, 341, pretty straight. Don't love these trees on the right, but that's where we're aiming right there. I still don't know how the average, it's still only suggesting 254. It feels like my average should be higher than that, but that's going to be a little further left than I would like, but still going to be in play. Ooh, maybe a slight misread there. Garmin had that reading dead straight. Sometimes I've noticed, I think Joe Legowski has said it, shout out to him. He's really good, really knowledgeable, a really good player on top of it, but he says sometimes that the Garmin, sometimes it misses it, so it's not a complete misread, but sometimes it just gets it thinks the club path and the club face, if it doesn't read it quite in time, it just kind of gives you a dead straight shot, versus that one should have been up the left side. So a little bit generous there because we're in the middle of the fairway. That should have been either left side of the fairway or in the rough, in my opinion, based on how I felt that came off the club. But kind of is what it is out here. You got to play with the good and the bad reads. 76 yards up too, so we got 78 going 52 degree. Caught it a tad thin, popped it up a little bit, but that should be right around 75. 73, just a tad short, but we'll take that. Been swinging easier as of late with those, specifically mainly just the 52, a little bit with the 56, but a little bit better distance control. There was a period there of about 2-3 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer, that I was coming up long on all those, but just trying to swing a little bit easier, let the club do the work, and distance control has been a little bit better. So 6 pars in a row, I believe. We're on to the 7th par 5. We're even through 6. 468. Let's see if we can get a birdie out of this. Down 8 yards this time too. So if we hit one decent here, we're going to get almost 10 yards extra distance out of this, as long as we can keep it in play. Meaning I hit one 270 on a dead straight shot. It's going to play closer to 280. Hit it a little bit harder, but that's out to the right. Yep. And again, it seems like because everything I've said it before, everything needs to get smushed down into the aspect ratio of my phone. That was still probably 30 yards right, so it looks a little bit straighter. Definitely didn't deserve to be in the fairway there, but if you think about like the mapping of this course, that fairway is still probably anywhere from 15 to 30 yards wide, so I probably missed that. Maybe not quite that much, I don't know. This is a little bit narrower, but I still probably missed that. It seems straighter than it was, but still probably missed that 20-30 yards right. All right, 211, down 2, and we're in the rough. So 209 plus another 21 puts us at 219, 229. I'm gonna go 5-iron. I think 4 hybrid's gonna be too much. Gotta get the ball first, that would help. Gonna go 5-iron. Not sure I'm gonna get it quite there, but as long as I strike it halfway decent, I'm hoping I catch at least the front side here. as of late, been playing this to about 220-ish. Struck it decent. It's gonna be right side, but that should be, oh, did we catch that tree? I think we hit the tree. I was gonna say that should be about 220-ish. And I think we caught the tree. All right, at least it's a par 5. We kind of had a stroke to burn. So we're hitting 3 into here, 49 down 1. I'm gonna go 52, just play as close to I can is about my 50-yard shot. That was unfortunate. I actually struck that 5-iron decent, but it is what it is with the trees. Should be pretty decent. Should be right around 45-ish, I would think. Bounced and rolled out a little bit more than I thought that would. Didn't hit that super hard, but to be within a couple yards of what I was trying to do, we'll take it for another par. I usually say it at the end, but I'll say it now too. This is the last, I think I mentioned that at the beginning, but this is the last course on the subscriber requested list I have. So I'm planning on coming out tomorrow, like I said, and unless I get something tonight, I know there's a little bit of a delay from when I record these, edit these, and post them. I do them all in order, but there's a little bit of a delay depending on how many rounds I have kind of already played and saved, depending on what my schedule looks like and the weather. But unless I get one tonight, I'm going to come out here and continue on with the Pete die. So you'll probably likely see at least a couple Pete dies in between, unless I get a big inflow of requests. I'm fine either way. I just enjoy if you guys, I feel like it's a little more interactive and a little more enjoyable for you to watch if you can request a course and I play one, versus me just playing random courses that you've never maybe even heard of or played in real life. But 8th hole, par 4, we're even through 7, 330, 255 it's saying. I'll just leave it. Again, that recommended distance doesn't matter, but it's just kind of a gut punch. You feel like I've been hitting my driver halfway decent, and then Garmin's telling me, slow down, buddy. You should only really hit this 255, or that's all you can hit it, is kind of how I take it. I take it a little bit of a slight, but should be decent. Still low launch, but that should be right up the middle. And take that, Garmin. We got, what was it, 8 extra yards on top of the requested, or the suggested rather. All right, 69 yards, nice. Up 1 though, so we got 70, going 52. It might be a little bit long left. It looks like, unless that registers a little bit late. Looks like we got another mulligan. Definitely wasn't terrible. That still should have been on the green, but usually if I pull them a little bit, get a little bit too much distance in what I was looking for. So got another chance at it. Caught that one a little bit thinner, popped it up a little bit, but we'll see. That might be just a tad short. It was a little bit short, but we got it to work. Rolled out. It's gonna be a +1 and maybe a bird. All right. Definitely kind of got some bad swings, bad shots out of the way the first round. Definitely playing better, striking it better this second round here. Never know sometimes. Sometimes I come out and I play well at the beginning and then get fatigued and tired, which I am a little bit, but it seems like I was struggling, like I said, the first round just a little bit off the start. Had a good stretch of holes and then finished not so great, which was more of a course management bonehead type of decision error versus me just not striking it well, but seems like so far obviously to be 1 under through 8, all pars and 1 birdie. We'll take it for sure. 9th hole, par 4, 329, up 3 yards right there. I guess we'll go here. Who knows? Hopefully, I need to launch it a little bit higher. There's a chance we catch those trees if I hit another low one, but that's where we're going to aim. Again, anything 260, 270 is all we're looking for off the tee. Anything above that is just icing on the cake. Well, it was launched higher, but left the club face open. It's going to be up the right side. We'll see. Layout of the hole, it kind of goes that way. Ooh, didn't quite make the fairway. 255 on that one, a rough killed it. Maybe Garmin is right. That was exactly what it was suggesting, the number. We took a different line, but 255. And usually, I mean, that was pretty much all carry. It kind of stopped pretty quick. Usually on course, I hit that and then usually carry it right around 250, 260-ish, right in that range. I guess 240 to 260 is usually my carry on course, and then depending on the wind, the conditions, if it's soft or you're hitting up or down, depends on the rollout. Usually, in my opinion, you get more rollout than you would in real life when you catch the fairway here in Home Tee Hero, but that kind of is what it is. I just have to, I have the settings to where my total distances are spot on, basically for my irons from pitching wedge up until like 5 iron. Don't exactly know as of late how far my 5 iron's been going. That's still a little bit of a guessing game, but definitely right on the money between 6 and pitching wedge. So the wedges and the driver kind of is what it is with the rollout or the soft landings. All right, let's see if we can put this close. 74 yards, up 1, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 75 plus another 7.5. So 82.5, 0.4, I guess, if we're being precise. Going 52. Right up and over the net. I'm going to leave that there for now. Should be a decent distance. Go! Or not. +2, luckily, but those distances as of late, kind of in the back of my head, not the most confidence walking up to it. That one I was worried about hitting it too much. Didn't put enough on that one. Swung pretty light, but considering I was leaving things long for the past few weeks, a little bit short on that one. Not the worst thing in the world, and we're still 1 under through 9. So onto the back 9. We got those challenging holes coming up according to AJ for the last 3. So that makes it what, 16, 17, and 18. Gotta remember those. All right. What do we do here? 10th hole, par 4, 384. What do we need to get over this? Do we go for it? I think we do. Down 7 yards. We could go over here. I think I'll do that. I'll take the rough just so I can be up and over that. So right there, we need 284. I'm not going to hit it that far, but it's down 4. So I think this is the line we're looking for. We only need about 250-ish to get over that water, and then with the slope hitting down, we should have enough. So let's see if we can do that. Maybe dumb. Garmin was recommending a 233-yard shot just laying up short of this water, but let's see if we can muscle one up just a little bit and get it there. Hit it pretty good, and it's going to be up the right side, which is even better. It should have more than enough to get over that. All right, we'll take that all day long. Carried it about, that looked like about 250, 255, landed soft, but we're dry, and that was what we were looking for. Decent contact on that one. That might have been one of the better contacts as of yet. That was pretty close to the middle of the club face, just left it a tad open, but all things considered, we're dry. Didn't have a penalty stroke, and we got a decent look here into this green. So 139 down 2. puts us at 137, and then the rough will need 13.9 exactly. But so 137, 147, right around, what was that, 151 I think? Did I do that right? So 139 down to is 137 plus 14 would be, yeah, 147 plus 4 puts us at 151. So we're going 9. Caught it a tad heavy on the mat. Kind of shut the club face down. I may need to get down just a tad, but it should be left side of the green. Alright. Thought that was actually going to be a little bit longer than that, but considering we caught it heavy, kind of equaled it out. Good par though, considering the layout of that hole. Pretty clean scorecard too. I don't want to jinx myself, but we are going to take a look. I think we've been all pars and 1 bird. Yep. Knowing me, as soon as I check it like that, plus we have trees here, this is probably a dumb one to do it. I might catch these trees right off the tee box and then things are going to go downhill, but hey, through 10 holes, we're 1 under, and pretty clean scorecard, so even if it goes completely downhill from here, I'm pretty happy with how we've played so far. We're going to aim just the tree right here on the left, I don't love, but we're going to aim there, and hopefully start one just slightly right of that and bring it back. Would be ideal. Well, it's not going to come back a whole lot, but I hit it decent. I don't know if we caught that tree or not. Up the right side. Looks like we cleared the tree, but we have tree trouble here, I think. 265, those last couple I've made better contact and definitely been some higher ball speeds. Unfortunately, still leaving it out to the right, not releasing the club enough. But, alright, I don't love this, but we gotta see what we can do here. Very high chance we catch this tree. So do I want to grab an extra club, or should I just hit it? And if we come up short, we come up short. Probably should just hit the exact number and see if we get lucky with the tree. 156 up 1 puts us at 157, plus we need another, we'll call it 16 on top of that. So 157, 167, 173. I'm gonna go 8 iron and we'll see what happens. Super low and super thin. Oh, I think we got it to work though. I think honestly, that was so low and thin. We went underneath that tree, luckily. All right. Not a great shot, but pretty good result. Should be another par. Better to be lucky than good, like I say. That was a thin to win shot. 12th hole, par 4. We got water again. Ooh, 213 it's saying. So what do we do here? We could go out this way, but we can't leave it short right. I think I'm gonna hit driver, and I'm gonna go right there. I guess that way's a little safer. We're gonna go there, up 4 yards. .213, definitely not a terrible move, but a little bit too conservative in my opinion for how I like to play. Usually if I'm hitting it well, driver is one of my weapons in my golf game, so I'm going to try to utilize it if I can. Low on the face, up the left. Should be dry though. Alright. That's going to hurt the average, but 245 off the tee. Definitely not a great swing, but we're, all things considered, based on this layout, we got it to work again. 88 yards left, 10% is going to be, we'll call it 9. So that puts us at 97. I'm going to go 48. Gonna be pretty straight, probably closer to 100 again. Ooh, I had it drawing. I didn't have it drawing that much, but we'll take it. It's gonna be another par. I gotta come up with another phrase. I keep saying we'll take it like I have a choice, but that's just kind of my way of saying I didn't hit it great, but we got a good result. 13th hole, par 5, still 1 under. Long ways back here. So we're gonna aim right about there, should be good. It opens up right around that corner. As long as we hit a decent tee shot and we get a good either hybrid or 3-wood shot, this could be a birdieable hole. Usually same thing here as on course. I gain my strokes on par 5s and short par 4s, and I give them back on long par 4s and par 3s. Up the right side. Didn't hit that great. Oof. 232. Well, maybe, I mean, I'm assuming those recommended shots are just the averages, and shots like that really bring down your average, so it's probably pretty spot on. When I hit it good, I hit them 275-ish. When I hit them not so great like that and catch a tree, it's 230, so you gotta really, realistically, I need like 290, 300 to even out and average out the ones that I hit at like 230 like this one, or 245, whatever the other one was. But all right, put ourselves kind of behind the 8 ball off the tee here. 263 left. Haven't been striking that 3-wood super great today, so I'm gonna go 3 hybrid instead, right up there. What does that put us at? So it's aimed 215 down 2, so 213, but we need 26 on top of that. So I think we can cheat it a little bit up this way. Usually I see about 250, 255 when I hit it well out of this club. Struck it decent, a little bit off balance. It's going to be up the right side, but we'll go through those trees or get right of them. All right, bounce through. We'll take it. I gotta work on my balance with these swings. That's, I feel like, a somewhat easy correctable thing. I think it would make a pretty big difference. You see, I was talking to one of my buddies recently on course, and one of the big glaring things that I noticed versus like pretty high skilled players towards not even exactly scratch, but just like single digit handicap type of players versus like the weekend warrior is, forget about all the technique and club path, all that type of stuff, even the speed. It's just the big glaring difference that I noticed right away is the balance. The really good players, like the lower handicap type players, are always, it seems like they're always balanced, and when they're swinging, they're never like really off balance hitting any type of shots, which I think makes a pretty big difference, and should be, I consider myself somewhat athletic, should be a somewhat easy correctable thing to kind of tighten up my core just a little bit and stay more balanced through the swing. All right, 52 yards, 10% is another 5, so we need 57. Gonna go 52 degree. Hopefully this tree doesn't come into play. Caught it a little bit heavy. Hopefully that catches the front side. Generous bounce there. And even something like that, considering or assuming that Garmin read that correctly, generous birdie, probably didn't deserve that, but assuming Garmin read that accurately, That would have been way long if I caught that clean, and I didn't get lucky and catch it a little bit on the heavy side. Goes to show my distance control still getting a little bit better, but still not there. Alright, somehow we're 2 under, and we got a few holes left until, I'm assuming, considering there's been a decent amount of water here, I'm assuming the last 3 holes probably have some funky layouts with water and trees, but time will tell on that. 14th hole, par 3, 188 up 1. So 189 should be a good clean 7-iron distance. Struck it decent, but left it a little bit, popped it up to the right. Straighten out, catch a piece. I don't think it will. That's exactly what I did, so I didn't really deserve that, but that's frustrating. Struck it halfway decent too. It's just high spinny went to the right, still came up 20 yards short. Alright, we're in the rough, no slope, so we're right at 22. I'm gonna go 60 degree. Over the net, unfortunately, but that should be a pretty good distance. Maybe on the long side, actually. Ooh, that landed soft. Don't know about that. Maybe a slight misread there, but I can guarantee you if I walk that off, that was 20, 25 yards if I walked. If I could, I mean, the net would get in the way, but if I walked it off directly and pasted off, that would have been more than the 15, 16 yards, whatever that read it as, but alright, gave one back there, puts us to 1 under. 15th hole, par 4, 336. Breaking into the new sleeve of balls here. Dead straight, which is good. We got trees up there and it gets a little more narrow, but not a ton of stuff to get us in trouble, so don't need a hero shot, just something in play up the middle would be nice. Struck it halfway decent, but left it out to the right again. Get through. Alright. 253. I'm killing myself with these distances. I gotta stop thinking about it because it's just in the back of my head, but something like that, just gonna bring my average back down again. Alright. 86 yards and we're in the rough, so we'll call it another 8-9 yards. So that puts us at 95-ish, 94, going 48. Popped it up to the right. Should be the distance, but I might have hit that too far right. Yeah. Luckily we caught the green, but that was definitely short right. Another par though. Alright. These are the final 3 holes AJ's talking about here. Let's see what we got. Par 3. Usually give some back here unless I hit a good one. I could see this. Challenging, pretty long par 3. So we got 188 down 3, so 185. I'm gonna go 7-iron. Thin, a little bit right. May work out though. Get down, land soft, land soft. Well, the first out of 3, that's gonna be a +3 out there. That's a bogey. Back to even par. So, like AJ said, final 3 holes. Hopefully I don't psych myself up too much, but the first one claimed a stroke. Let's see if we can maybe get, I mean, a par 5 here. We'll see. We do have water. I kind of expected that. We'll see if we can get a bird, maybe get us back down one, and then we'll see what we have for the 18th. All right, 17th hole, par 5, 480, slight dogleg right. Pretty open tee shot though, as long as we don't block one off the planet right. Second shot's gonna be interesting. Swung out of my shoes a little bit on that one. Low on the face, but that should be... Oh, it's gonna land soft in the rough. I'm losing speed here. What I was talking about, off balance on that one a little bit. All right, we're in play. This is a challenging shot though. 228 over this water. And it's an in-between number too. Could have used either 10, 15 yards less or 10 to 15 yards more. Or could have used 10 yards. I mean, obviously you can always use more, but if I was 10 yards closer, I would have felt more comfortable with the 5. If I was another like 10 yards back, I would feel more comfortable with the 4 hybrid. This is kind of in between. 228. I am losing a little bit of speed, and I don't want to come up short, so I'm gonna go 4. Usually when I'm hitting it well and I'm fresh, 240, 245, expecting closer to 230, 235, so we may get it to work out here. Just want to make sure that, like I said, we get this over the water. So bad. That's probably going to catch the water on the left. Well, AJ was right. This is funny. I had a really good round going through this too, and now I'm just going to fall apart these last couple holes. Oh man. All right. 94 yards, up 1, and we're in the rough. So 95 plus another 9 puts us at 104. Going 48. Need a good one here. And I hit it thin into the right. It's going to be close to the distance, but that might be off the green to the right. Ooh, it's straightening out. Go. Wow. That's going to be a +3 on top of it. That might be a double. Where'd that ball go? Double bogey. I can see the yellow from here. So we got a bogey on 16. Double bogey on 17. I just lost that ball somehow. Spun off the net. I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it. Drives me crazy when I'm hitting a ball into a net and I still somehow find a way to lose them. Oh, there it is. It's over here. All right, that's really unfortunate. We have to get at least a par here. What did we get it down to? I guess we'll take a look quick. So we got it down to 2 under through 13. Then we gave one back on 14. That brought us to 1 under. Par, then we went bogey to even, and then double on 17. Gross. Now we're 2 over. All right, 18th and final hole. We got trees left and right. Pretty narrow landing spot. We got to get up and over this. It is pretty crazy though. I mean, I had it in the back of my mind, so it's kind of probably a self-fulfilling prophecy of knowing that AJ said the last 3 are going to be difficult, so I'm kind of probably just I had that in the back of my head, so I'm kind of probably subconsciously not hitting it great and doing some dumb things because of that. But it is pretty crazy that AJ says that his game kind of falls apart on the final 3, and I'm 2 under, and then give up, what was that, 3 strokes within 2 holes on two out of the 3 holes he mentioned, and this one, not exactly the easiest by the looks of it. But we're going to hit a really good tee shot here. Out to the right. That was not really good. Get through. 246. Definitely calling it a day after this. I'm losing a good amount of speed. That was probably around 100 miles an hour of club speed. All right, 103. Luckily, I think I can get this up and over because I'm going to be hitting a 48. So 103 up 1, plus we need another 10. So that puts us at 114. It's going to be about a 75% 48. So hit my full 48, maybe not now because I'm fatigued, but usually hit it about 125. So I need 10 yards off of that. So choking down about halfway on the grip. Let's see if I can get this right. Hold it left. Sit, sit, sit. Wow. Well, at least it's not an automatic +3. It gives us a chance to make it up, kind of. I do find this comical, but these last 3 holes make me want to snap a club right now. All right. So we are 1-2. We're hitting 3. We got to put this inside the inner circle and get a par. Still a decent score, all things considered. We had a really good score going, but we kind of fell apart here. 13 yards, no slope, but we're in the rough, so another 1.3. We're right at 14.3. Just going to try the best that I can to play a 15-yard shot. Caught a little bit heavy, came out a tad left, and because of that, kind of drop kicked it, hit the mat first, shut the club face down, pulled it left, hit it a little bit too far. That's going to be a bogey. So let's take a look at this. That is pretty comical. Believe me, I was not trying to do that. I was trying to prove AJ wrong and play really well through these last 3, but we ended up giving 4 strokes away on the last 3 holes, so that's pretty crazy. That's a little bit more than a coincidence in my opinion, but from Valley High Municipal Golf Course, this was again in Colorado Springs, Colorado, courtesy of AJ Beach 7046. Shout out to you. Like I said at the beginning, AJ said if you need more courses to play, we have Valley High out here in Colorado Springs. I play about once a week with my buddies. Nice course. I love to see how you do on the last 3 holes where my game falls apart. LOL. Yeah, me too. So it is what it is, but kept it in the 70s, 3 over, not too bad, all things considered. We had a really good round going up through 13, like I said, but fell apart at the end. It was definitely, again, I kind of self-fulfilling prophecy had that in the back of my head, but definitely fatigued now and didn't have my best stuff towards the end. Definitely speed was down and consistency started to lack, but 5 out of 14 fairways. Driver wasn't great. We were blocking stuff mainly to the right, but that's pretty low. We want to be at least 7 there. However, greens in regulation, 15 out of 18. That's pretty good. We'll take that metric all day long. And then 36 putts. That's not great. That's right at 2 putts a hole. Want to be closer to 1.5. So not the best on some of those. But to be 3 over and give up 4 strokes in the last 3 holes kind of is what it is. At least we had a good score going through the beginning and kind of gave ourselves a little bit of wiggle room score-wise going into those last 3 holes, which definitely were on the more challenging side, which AJ mentioned. So pretty fun. This is why I like playing subscriber requested courses. AJ mentioned, like I've said a million times at this point, the last 3 holes, and it proved to be true. So anyone else out there that wants to see me play a course of your choosing, easy, hard, somewhere in between, maybe a select few holes that you always struggle on, whatever the case may be, I do enjoy it. Adds a little bit of extra incentive and a little bit of background to some of these rounds. It makes it a little more fun, both for me playing and I'm assuming for you guys watching as well. So yeah, anyone else out there, give me the name of the course and the location down in the comments. I'll respond to you, and then preferably like AJ did here, just a little bit of background information, as simple as a couple sentences just letting me know why you're requesting the course. But I'm gonna go ahead and cool off, pick this stuff up, rest up. Again, hopefully pretty bad thunderstorms today. This morning was able to get out here now. It's actually turned out to be pretty nice. The humidity is, I probably should have waited until now to come out. The humidity is dropping down now. It's actually nicer now than when I started, but planning on coming out here tomorrow, and then the next day going to be thunderstorms again for most of the day, so probably won't play then. But Like I said, probably onto the Pete Dye courses, unless I get an inflow of courses tonight, which we'll see, may not happen, but I'm gonna keep it going. I enjoy playing courses that you suggest, so anyone out there, whether you've requested already 10 or 15 courses or you've never done one before, if you're watching it, just give me a shout down in the comment section. But that's what I have. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.